So I'm just going to talk about some practice problems just from knowing all of the trig values along the unit circle. So if you are, let's just say I say, okay, what's sine of 5 pi over 6? You need to know what quadrant 5 pi over 6 falls in. So you can come over here and you can say, okay, 5 pi over 6. At this point, you should know how to build your unit circle. So you know 5 pi over 6 is right here. So now I know, that cosine's going to be negative over here because my x's are negative and sine is going to be positive over here because my y's are positive. But if you look at this triangle at pi over 6, I know that sine is either going to be root 3 over 2 or 1/2. So I can look at this triangle and say, well, here my x value is bigger than my y value. So I know that my y value is the smaller one. So that is going to be the smaller of these two values, which is 1/2. And then you can also go through and say, okay, then cosine of 5 pi over 6 is negative root 3 over 2 and find all the others. Tan is going to be sine over cosine. So these cancel and you just get negative 1 over root 3. And likewise, you can find cosecant, secant just by flipping everything. So just to do another one, if you say find, sine, or let's just let's find cosecant of 7 pi over 4. Okay, well, we know that 7 pi over 4, because at this point, hopefully you're able to build your unit circle. You know that pi over 4 is here, 3 pi over 4, 5 pi over 4, so 7 pi over 4 is right here. So this, is 7 pi over 4. So let's just kind of see what is, cosecant. Let's just ask what is sine, because that's kind of what we have memorized. So sine of 7 pi over 4 is over 4 is where sine is equal to cosine. So we know that we're going to get that value 1 over root 2. But here in this quadrant, sine, our y values are negative, right? These are negative right here. So this is going to be negative. So I know that cosecant is just going to be that flipped, which is negative root 2. So here are some practice problems. What's cosine of pi? What's tan of pi over 2? What's sine of 4 pi over 3? What's cosine of 5 pi over 3? What's sine of 2 pi? What's secant of pi? Cosecant of 5 pi over 6? Secant of 11 pi over 6. So you should be able to just find these plus any other angles that could come up around the circle.